This is my Tesla Model Y, and this is my Tesla Model 3. Now, I have two EVs, electric vehicles. And in today's video, I want to go over the reality of owning two EVs and not using gas. Because electric vehicles seem to, put some people over the edge for some reason. I don't know why, but for some reason, it does. I want to start off with charging. Charging an EV, which is right here. That's where you plug it in at. I actually don't know how to close it. So all EVs have different charging ranges depending on their full battery percentage. And for my two Teslas, one's a long range and one's just a standard range. So I have the flexibility of traveling far distances in the Model Y, and then in the Model 3, just an average distance. That long range does give me over 300 miles, and that standard range only gives me around 200 miles. But for any average day, that is way more than enough. Since I'm not necessarily reviewing the difference between the Model 3 and Y, the range doesn't really matter for this video. And in comparison to gas, here is the average full tank of gas for an average vehicle. Yeah, that compared to the Tesla, it's not very different. Charging the EV is super simple. You literally just plug it in. Now for Tesla, you have the supercharging network, and then you have at-home chargers such as this one. Now for me, I generally just use the at-home charger every day once I get home, and then once one car is full, I'll just usually walk over and plug the other car in. But again, I don't have to charge these cars every day because I don't drive the full percentage amount. But even though I don't have to charge the cars to 100% every day, or 80% as recommended for daily trips, I generally do charge them every day just to be safe, because you never know. A lot of people seem to be scared that they'll eventually run out of battery when they're driving these cars, but they will not let you do that if you properly navigate the vehicle, because it'll give you in the navigation system your percentage when you reach the destination, and it'll also tell you what percentage should you leave at. Alright, so here I'm going to show you how you can see where you're going to be navigated to. We want to go to Nashville. This is going to be the example of it showing you the routage and like how you're going to get there. So it's 150 miles away. Theoretically, we could make it there. I'm at 39%. So I have 110 miles right now. Theoretically, if I was at 100%, I could just drive straight to Nashville from where I'm at in Louisville. But running the air conditioning and faster acceleration will deplete the battery quicker. So that won't work. All right, so here's the example of the route from where I'm at in Louisville. As you can see, I would just have to stop at this one supercharger, and then I could make it to Nashville. And at that supercharger stop, it also gives me the information about the peak hours that it's busy, the stalls that are available to use, the max kilowatt hour that I can charge it at, which 250 I believe is the standard. It also tells me the cost of charging. So it'll be 37 cents a kilowatt hour. And to idle there and just sit there once you're fully charged, it'll be an extra $1 a minute, which is why you want to just get going once you get to the charger and you're fully charged. Now, another thing that's really nice about once you get to the supercharger, usually you don't have to sit there until you're at 100%, because that'd be kind of annoying. The car will actually charge the percentage it needs to charge to make it to your destination, and then it'll continue charging after that if you don't leave right away. So once you hit that certain percentage in which you can continue your journey and you will make it to your destination, it'll tell you, it'll be like, you're ready to go, but you can continue to charge if you'd like to. Or it'll be like 2 minutes until you can continue your trip. And then you'll just have to wait the 2 minutes and then you can continue your trip. So really, it's nothing crazy. So really, if you're just a horrible planner, or like you have no common sense, then yeah, you're gonna run out of battery. Owning two Teslas, I've honestly noticed no difference from owning two different gas cars. Our household is 2 people, and we have no issue ever charging or having enough charge to get to where we're going. It's not even that we think it out beforehand or pre-plan how we're gonna charge. It's just we don't exceed the limit that these vehicles hold in a normal drive for the week or even the day. So when people complain that, oh, you're gonna run out of battery and you're gonna get stranded, it's just, I don't know how. So I've been able to take multiple road trips in both these vehicles. I've gone all the way to Missouri from Kentucky in the Model 3, and in the Model Y here I've only driven to Cincinnati, which both of them with the navigation system I was able to just route straight to the supercharger and charge when I needed to charge, and it was as simple as that. Super easy. And since I've been fortunate enough to be able to travel farther in these vehicles, you might be curious, what's the maintenance like? Let me break that down for you. Between these two cars, I've had, guess how much maintenance? One maintenance. And I've had these cars for the better half of 6 months. The maintenance involved that Model 3. You see, the Model 3 here has a battery within the frunk, not the main battery that runs the vehicle, but it has a battery that runs the air conditioning, the navigation system. It just runs the internals of the vehicle, and it is a regular 12-volt car battery. But that battery I had in there, it ran low and needed to be replaced. And I know what you're thinking, oh my gosh, electric vehicle battery replaced. Small battery. That's probably an astronomical amount of money. Well, guess what? It's 150 bucks and Tesla did it. That's the only maintenance I've had on these two vehicles. There's no maintenance for Teslas. I don't know if you knew that. Besides like windshield wiper fluid, probably brake fluid, but that'll be way later down the road. Because both these vehicles have regenerative braking. So instead of, letting off the gas, the vehicle still kind of rolls forward. It actually generates energy back into the battery as you brake. So it's kind of like let off the accelerator and it's already slowing down. So that's kind of weird to get used to, but it does give you power back. So something that's very common with these Teslas that I see as a downside to actually owning them is they have frequent updates. See, they run off of a computer system. There's just a giant screen in the middle, so obviously it's just a giant computer. And that computer system has pretty frequent updates. And with these updates, when they're updating, you have little to zero access to the vehicle. You actually can't even drive it. And it can take upwards of like a couple hours to update depending on your Wi-Fi situation with the vehicle. The software, when it updates, it's usually nothing dramatic within the functions of the car. But this most recent one, something I noticed was like the air conditioning controls changed. It was a completely different screen. So I was driving and I went to go turn on the air conditioner, change the fan speed. They went from the top of the screen now to the bottom, and it just threw me through a loop, and I was driving when I noticed it. And I guess that could be seen as a dangerous situation, because I was like, wait a second, it's not like a normal car where the knob's always right there and I can always control the fan speed. It's on the screen, and it's constantly evolving, changing. Which, if you're scared of change, electric is not the way for you. So just stay away in general, I guess. Once I drove the Tesla for the first time, which was this Model 3, I was just blown away. It set a standard for vehicles and like handling and control that I just had never felt in another vehicle that I've driven before. The feeling of driving the Tesla, the speed, handling, just the general control you have of it, I can't go back to another vehicle. Generally, states will have tax incentives and they'll discount the price when you go to buy your vehicle. Kentucky absolutely hates electric vehicles, so they don't do that. They run on coal, as their license plate says. That'd be kind of funny to get on here. Probably the black one would be better to get that on. Kentucky runs on coal. Another fantastic feature about these electric vehicles is the speed. When I say they're fast, they are fast. There's two modes you can put the Tesla in. You can put it in a chill mode where it's not as like fast, or you can put it in standard where it is. And I usually have to drive with it in chill mode because I just can't handle the speed. These vehicles don't have keys. This is the key. My cell phone. It connects via Bluetooth as I walk up to the vehicle. And it'll unlock or lock it. Depending on if I'm walking away from it, it'll lock. If I'm walking up to it, it will unlock, which is pretty cool. And everything is controlled from the Tesla app for the vehicle. You can pre-route your navigation. You can see the temperature of the inside of the car. You can see all of the cameras that are surrounding the vehicle. It just works like magic. It's something else. But if I'm being brutally honest, I can't think of anything else to review the reality of owning an electric vehicle, because it's more tech and ease of use than a gas vehicle is, and that's all I can really say. If you have any more questions about the vehicle, just let me know in the comments and I will address them. I can make a follow-up video. I can just review these cars. What is it like owning a 3 versus a Y? But thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, still leave a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.